Well, good afternoon and welcome, Melissa. It is just an honor to be able to take this time with you this afternoon just to hear a little bit more about you, about how you serve, about why you serve, why you got started, and what you're doing. And for me, I love this. I love what you're doing. I can relate to what you're doing because I've been a part of functional medicine before. So I am so excited to introduce you to everyone and just to take a few minutes to interview you and get to know you better. So who we have with us today is Melissa with Sagebrush Wellness, functional medicine, and whole wellness coaching. And I am super excited to hear from her. I had a chance to hear her story, and it's just an absolute incredible story. So, Melissa, thank you. And we are going to jump right into it if you don't mind.
That works great for me.
Awesome. So, Melissa, just kind of share with us, take your time in sharing with us who you are and how you got started in your practice. We all want to know the reasons behind why people get started.
Right. Well, first of all, I want to really thank you for doing this interview with me. I love what you guys are doing. Oh my gosh. You guys are providing a service for people that this was not available. I didn't know that there was anything like this before. So thank you for what you're doing. I appreciate it. So who am I? I'm a wife of a gentleman he's been a firefighter for a lot of years. And my son is actually in the Army right now. So that's kind of why this work that you're doing is it's really close to me. And yeah. So how I got into the functional medicine side of things is I was diagnosed with MS when I was 32, 33, somewhere in there. And I should have been in a wheelchair, but I was too darn stubborn. And after working with a doctor who really worked with me as a whole person and used these functional medicine principles with me, and I got completely better, right? No more symptoms, and that's not supposed to happen when you have MS. And I'm like, holy cow, how can I really learn how to do this and share this and be able to facilitate this type of healing for others? So that's how I got into this work. Yeah.
That's incredible. And it really is. And if you want to hear more about Melissa's story, she does have a YouTube interview out there, and we can post the link on that as well, because I do hear a lot of our heroes. So for HeroRaise, you may not call yourself a hero if you are a veteran first responder, but just know that we call you heroes. We truly look at you as our nation's heroes. And there are a lot of heroes who struggle with MS, with other autoimmune diseases. And they feel like it's just the end all be all, that there's no hope, that there's no getting through this. But you're sitting here today saying, guess what? I should have been in a wheelchair. Obviously, you're not in a wheelchair. And I think that's just incredible. And so you are here to basically walk alongside these people saying, I've been where you have been. I understand 100%. And I'm here to give you hope, that you can get through this. So I absolutely love it. So would you share just some of the services you offer, and how can you help others? How can you help our heroes?
Sure. And I want to bounce back just a moment to the word that you kept saying as hope. Because early on when I started this practice, my kids were asking me, Mom, what are you selling? And I was like, I'm selling hope. Hope, because you don't have to stay sick, What if there was a way for you to really get better? What if there was a way for you to really own that? So anyway, what are some of the services that I offer? So I'm a functional medicine practitioner and coach. So obviously I work as a coach, so I'm able to actually walk beside you as you get better and help tweak the therapies and even get more testing as we need as we go along. But really helping you not just by saying, okay, do these things, right, and you'll get better, but walk beside you and help you understand why you're doing these things and how it looks in your body, what changes are making, how can I say this? The changes that you're making, how they're actually reacting in your body. What's happening? Because I want you to really understand that. Having that piece solid, knowing why, then gives you a really great baseline from which to stay well. It's one thing to get well. It's another thing to stay well. So I provide coaching, obviously, but I can do any type of testing that you need. I've been able to make some really great alliances with practitioners in my area, as well as a lab that does some very specific testing, so that, say, for example, someone comes and they have fibromyalgia or lupus or something like that. We can do the blood test that we need. We can also do things like a GI map to really figure out what's going on in the gut. Somebody that has like Hashimoto's, Graves', something like that, or even PCOS, fertility issues, thyroid. I'm able to do testing that's needed to, figure out what's going on there. So, yeah.
That is awesome. Now, are you able to do this over the phone? Does someone actually need to be in front of you and you need to be person to person?
Oh, I love that question. So my office is actually located in Bozeman, Montana. So if you want to come see me face to face, I would love that. But for the last 3 years, I've been serving people throughout the U.S. as well as internationally. So, distance doesn't have to be an issue. Right now I've got a gal in Japan that I'm working with. And, so distance doesn't have to be a barrier. Although when we just had labs drawn for her and she had to translate them for me because I don't know Japanese. So, language. But there are ways to work around that. But yeah, you don't have to be present in Bozeman or, I can serve you wherever you are.
That's awesome. And obviously in the uncertain times that we're in,
right?
That truly means a lot. So I would love, just kind of off the cuff a little bit, I would love to hear just a short version of what has been just one of your favorite stories of one of your patients, just one that, oh my word, might be able to offer hope.
Oh, yes. And 3 stories jumped into my head. So one of the stories that I want to share is a gal that I've been working with for nearly a year. She has fibromyalgia, but she has about 6 other diagnoses as well. Like, she had a lot of stuff happening, right? So we've worked together for almost a year, but she hadn't had a pain-free day since she was 12. All right, she's 58. So we've slowly worked with her body. She's been able to come off, 4 different meds. She's still on 4. We always work with her provider, the doctor that actually prescribed the medication. We need to work with him to titrate down on medication so that everything's safe. But she's not completely pain-free. She has about 1 or 2 days when she's a little bit achy yet. But she started her own business. She's been able to go, she can get up, walk the dog. She's been able to return to life as, pretty normal. And that wasn't possible for her for all these years. She can actually go to the park with her grandkids and play. She's not ever, she hasn't been able to do that forever. So that's one of my favorite stories that just now happened. Can I share another story?
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to tell you the story of a little gal. She's a young mother. She's 27, and she came to me last spring, so almost a year ago now. She had an autoimmune condition that really ate away at the big muscles in her body. So her shoulders, her torso, her legs were just, I mean, they were literally just going like this. And she was losing weight quickly. She was scared to death. She's like, what am I going to do? When she came to my office, she was using a walker. Okay. She's got a little boy. She was freaking out, scared. So we really dug in. And we worked hard. And about 3 months, she didn't have to use a walker. She was walking fine. She joined a gym. But the piece that is the most important, I think, to this story is she wanted to have another baby. And when she came to me, she was seeing a high-risk pregnancy doctor. Her doctor said, honey, give it up. You're never going to be able to have another baby. Your body won't tolerate it. So, year later, we just kept in contact. Her body just kept healing. And in January, the doctor gave her the go-ahead to try again. And she's 2 months pregnant. And she's doing beautifully. Oh my gosh. And her baby is doing beautifully. So by just changing the dynamics in her body, teaching her how to not just get well, but stay well, she gets to have another baby.
That is incredible. I mean, that's legacy. That's changing someone's legacy even. And I even think about, there are so many people out there who are in pain. And they don't even know what a day, especially our veterans, our first responders, the things that they've had to do are so physical. Yep. And we're used to hearing from doctors and whoever that, it's just going to be you. And for you to be able to say, no, it doesn't have to be. That's just absolute game changer, life changing experience. So that is incredible. Huge. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. I will.
Good. So
I'm totally in love with it.
Yes, I love it. And you can tell. You can tell that it's your gift. You can tell that it's your passion. So keep doing what you're doing. And so we are so blessed to have you as a HeroRaise provider. And there are so many heroes, my word. I know of 10 just off the top of my head that could benefit from your services. And so we are so excited to have you join us in this mission to give back to our nation's heroes who tend to be really, really overlooked, especially in their care. So Melissa, as we close this down today, I would love to hear from you. What excites you the most about being a HeroRaise provider?
Oh, there's a couple things. And you kind of heard my why at the beginning. But I think the biggest part for me is, well, two things. A, that you don't have to settle for being sick. You don't have to settle for being in pain all the time. You don't have to settle for constant gastritis. You don't have to settle for these things. I promise you. But the second thing is, and maybe this is the most important, is that just like this gal that I was telling you about, that she's pregnant now, right? She's in full control of her choices, and she knows what each choice means for her in real life. And for her, I was able to put her back in the driver's seat of her own health. And I think for anyone, that is one of the most important services that I can give you, is give you back your power. Because a lot of people that have like autoimmune conditions or chronic condition or, chronic pain, and the doctors just say, this is what you've got, deal with it. And you feel like you've had to give away your power of choice, your power over what you want to happen in your life. And I want you to take that back. And I feel like by walking beside my clients, helping them just step by step, seeing what their actual choices do in their life, and giving them this really solid foundation for being well for years to come gives them back their power. And I love that.
I love it. And I think of your son too, who's still in the military. And I think of eventually someday that he gets out, for him to have the possibility of being a hero on HeroRaise and have the choice to be able to see who he wants to see in order to his body. You know, hopefully it's safe together, but even if he does have some aches and pains and some issues from his time in the service, to be able to put his body back together in a healthy way. So awesome. Thank you so much for joining us in this mission. We are just so thankful to have you on board with us.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me come. Oh, I love what you guys are doing. Keep it up.
Thank you so much. So if you are out there and you want to get in touch with Melissa, you can go, there's 3 different ways that I'm going to give you to easily get in contact with her. First, head over to HeroRaise.com and you can find her under our provider index. All you have to do is choose provider index and then search Sagebrush Wellness. You'll be able to connect with Melissa there. It will even send you a link directly to her website. You can also check her out at sagebrushwellness.com. And then you can also email her at sagebrushwellness@gmail.com. And so thank you for joining us as we interview Melissa with Sagebrush Wellness. She is one of our HeroRaise providers. Are you a veteran or first responder in need? Head on over to HeroRaise.com and start your campaign today.